HipHopSince1987.com.
Welcome to Hip Hop Since 1987. It's the Untitled Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential.
Yeah.
I'm here with one and only who? Who is you?
Decal in the building. What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Hope y'all staying safe during these tough times, huh?
We had to do it this way through these tough times, man. We still practicing social distancing. Hopefully we'll be back out and about and back in Hip Hop Since 1987 studio. So D, tell me what's been up, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying? No, there ain't nothing much, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm in the lab, but you know, y'all see the Hip Hop Since 1987 present the Untitled Podcast, you know what I'm saying? But right now, you know, I'm in the lab now, just working. Still doing things, man, still trying to stay busy. You know, I'm what you might consider essential worker, so I'm still out here doing my thing, man. But, you know, trying, you know, keep the business going, keep Dino Media, LLC on the map, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's blowing up, baby. It's just blowing up, baby.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm still out here trying to save the day with water and shit like that. I ain't the biggest, but, you know, I'm out here, and DJing has been now turned into a virtual thing. You know what I mean? Yep. It's like everything else, you know.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? We've been doing the virtual cookout now about 6 weeks in. You know what I mean? It gets better and better and better and better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But other than us, what's going on right now in the world today? It's something big that me and you was talking about that we got to share with people. What's going on right now in the world?
Well, you know, besides the coronavirus, you know, that's the world right now. You know what I mean? But other than that, you know, you got stuff going on. I was reading an article not too long ago about a young man named Ahmad. Let me just get very specific on his last name, you know, because it was very troubling what happened to this young man. Arbery.
Okay.
That's his last name. Young 25-year-old man just jogging. Two white men, a father and a son, chased him down in their vehicle and said that he was robbing the neighborhood or robbing people, and shot and killed them. You know what I mean? They weren't charged at all, you know. And they falsely shot this man. You know.
So he was just jogging, like working out exercise.
He was just jogging, working out. Basically, shot to death from this actually happened back in February.
Okay.
But they're bringing him back up because I guess the guys are still not charged. You know, the lawyers are calling for his arrest right now, but 2 men not charged. I'm wondering, like, how do you hunt somebody down?
Basically.
Kill them. You know what I'm saying? Hunt them down and kill them, falsely accuse them, kill them, and you don't get charged. You don't get charged. That's just like us in New Jersey. Like, if we shoot somebody, we can have a firearm registered to our home.
Right.
If the person runs out on the lawn and we shoot them, we're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? And they could have just robbed our house. You know what I'm saying? But they hunt this beast far down the street. He's jogging. Dead.
It's sad. It doesn't even really, I don't even really know how to speak on it or understand, because it's over and over and over again. We're going through the same things, the same type of situations. People are just doing what they want, getting away with what they want. And I'm just going to say that it's happening to our people, our race.
Yeah, exactly. Our
race. And I'm not saying that
it's just like we that race to knock off. Like we that race.
Like we them niggas to steal on.
Yeah, exactly. We them niggas to steal on. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You got so many people, you know, not to make this, because everybody's human, everybody can be intelligent, but you have so many creative, artistic, intelligent, you know, just outright innovative black people in the world and stuff like that, because we always feel like what we're born into, no matter if it's born rich or born poor, we feel like we have to prove ourselves and we have to be the best at any vocation that we pick, because there's always, in business, you got to deal with it because you got to deal with other personalities. There's always somebody out there that feels like he's ignorant because he's black, or, he's he's not educated enough. He doesn't listen. He thinks he knows it all. He thinks he's tough. He's this and that. There's so much prejudice towards the black man, and that's from every race. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sit here and make us to be the victims or anything, but it's true. It's true. Yeah. I mean, anybody, they have their prejudices against black people, and black people have their prejudices against other people. You know what I'm saying? But it's right. It's just, it is what it is, man. But we're the race that everybody, like, there's no race that sees us as that's the motherfuckers to be. On the low, they do, because everything we do, they copy. But it's none out there that sees us as, I want my child to deal with a black man. I want my daughter to be with a black man, or I want my son to be with a black woman and stuff like that. We're that race where it's be like, if it's a black man, like, don't bring him home. Or
I think it's a little different than us just being our race, though. I think it's more of just the culture of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But our culture is so fucking cool and copied. Like, how could it be the culture? You know what I'm saying?
But because our culture kind of locks in. That's what I'm getting ready to say. It locks in with our race. Yeah. And I know exactly what you mean, because it is that. I just think one of the correct ways to say it without basically saying it, because I like how you really said it, is more so saying our culture, because that kind of gives them a leeway to make them believe that it's not us. Yeah. But I kind of like being copied. But at the end of the day, I don't like when this shit happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't like this type of stuff.
You could just take us out, and just because of the fact that you had a prejudice that, black people do this, or they might be robbing the neighborhood, you could just kill somebody, and then no charges get pressed against you when you're wrong. Like, you just took somebody's life. Like, his life meant something. Like, when his life meant something. You're like, Black Lives Matter. Like, yo, they do. Like,
they do.
Just because you exist, I exist too. So if you take my life just because I'm black, doesn't mean that, he was black. They can just get knocked. They them niggas to kill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them the niggas we just gonna take out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. Like, even with,
let me ask you a question. Real quick on this. So you telling me they didn't have to go to court? There was no nothing. So they just was like, oh, okay. Oh, you shot him? That's what happened? Okay.
Yep,
so
exactly.
Do you know what state this was in?
This was, it was in Georgia, though. I think it was in Savannah. Coastal, it says Brunswick. I guess it's a city that's right between Savannah and Jacksonville.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, down south there, like, you know what I'm saying? If I get it, man. Like, I'm one of them people. Like, we should be able to carry firearms and stuff like that. But just they was right. They called it a modern day lynching, because just to hunt somebody down, kill them, and then it's like, all right, cool. Like, you killed him. Y'all good? All right. He wasn't the one robbing it. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's real shit. Like, that's. When I actually read this, I felt like, and anybody, it's all the federal mandates and stuff like that. I felt like, this shit, like, from it's 2020, 1940, like, it hasn't changed. Like, the shit is just hitting. Like, people can't just be out in the public, like, keep them niggas away, or if that nigga act up, kill him. But that's how it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if it was the opposite, that white man was just jogging down the street, and a black man and his son ran up, chased him down, shot him multiple times because you see the video, they shoot him multiple times, like he's struggling with him. And yo, that motherfucker they'd have been in jail immediately. They would have took their firearms, they would have took everything, they would have been locked up immediately. They probably would have had their trial already. And I think Georgia's one of those capital punishment states. They probably would have been on death row, man. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure. That's honestly something I'm curious of. Is if it's a capital punishment state, you know what I mean?
But Georgia, it seems like it, man. You know, some states got that shit.
Nevertheless, the whole situation of the thing is sad, and we gonna, because nothing happened. I don't think it's still dead. You know what I mean? Because now that it's clear,
no, you got people marching and doing all that type of shit. Yeah.
So we're gonna keep an eye on that situation, and we're gonna definitely keep our eyes on that. Like my prayers go out to his family, and
definitely, man. Definitely.
I really don't got much else to say because I'm not gonna never stop, but I'm tired of the same type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
So we pray for him, man. We really pray for them.
Yeah.
And how you say his name again?
It is Ahmaud. It's like Arterbury or Ardbury.
Yeah.
Arbery, but his first name is Ahmaud. 25 years old, man. Young boy, man. 25 years old.
The Untitled Podcast will definitely keep their eyes on that guy, really, and prayers go out to his family. Yeah, man. So right now, we obviously going through some things right now. We're doing the show, you know, via Zoom, and a lot of things in life has turned into this virtual world, but that's due to the COVID-19 and coronavirus pandemic. Now, you know, on Hip Hop since 1987 and Untitled Podcast, we speak our minds.
Yeah.
Do you think the numbers are flawed?
Definitely, because what it is, you have them speaking more about how many people died and how many people have it than actually how many people had it and walked away from it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more or less putting the fear out there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it's just made to build fear and to see how you can like control a whole country or the whole world in that. Like this is in that aspect thing, it's a world thing, yeah. So I mean, like, cause you gotta think about it. Cause the one I saw the one guy talking on the news how about, you know, people could just have nerves and then, you know, you check their blood and they have the antibodies to COVID. Like, no. What it was is these motherfuckers had COVID, and now they have the antibodies to COVID. And what they're not saying is, people are having complications, just like anybody who has the flu or whatever, and they're dying, and they're dying of shit like heart attacks and stuff like that. But they're putting it on COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like that it's just something that stressed it. Because I mean, like in all actuality, I was telling you, you know. From, you know, when I was sick, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have the antibodies in my blood. You feel what I'm saying? And I was sick at one point in time. And I was like, but it was a weird sickness, but it wasn't heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
so you think veganism safe? I'm just saying.
Yes. No, I don't know.
You like one of the last Mohegans I know of the vegans. That rhyme too, kid. Mohegans are the vegans. Because I did it for a month. Now I'm like eating steak, bacon, and every fucking thing.
It all works, baby. It's all nutrition. You know what I'm saying? It's all nutrients.
Listen to me though. But look, I say all that to say this. I was explaining to somebody earlier today, you know, I don't think America's behind it. I'm going to tell you why I don't believe America's behind it, because even when we have our conspiracy theories and everything like that, America never tries to kill its own economy.
They wouldn't.
I'm not saying they wouldn't kill them. I'm not saying they don't go for a boost. Even when you look back at 9/11, you see what I'm saying? They don't try to kill their own economy. And I also was explaining to somebody today, whether the numbers are flawed or not, it's too many people that I know personally who have it and had it and has it and survived it and testified. So I just wanted to take its course. I ain't in no rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't in no rush for it to get back. But what's making me really laugh at this is now we got these murder hornets. And I seen this meme.
Them mean-looking motherfuckers, man.
I seen this meme today that had Mr. Burns from The Simpsons on there, right?
Okay.
And Mr. Burns was sitting in his chair with a glass of wine. It was like, America said, stay in the house. I mean, the government said, stay in the house. America said, no. He just got to sit and smile and say, release the murder hornets. Like he had a war. Hey, y'all, some tears. Because that's how it basically seemed like the world is coming right now.
Yeah, man. Scare them motherfuckers to stay in the crib, man.
And it's funny because it's an article right now in the New York Post claiming that The Simpsons predicted the murder hornets, like they always did.
Yeah, The Simpsons they got how many predictions they said the dude
it's like 40 of them.
Yeah, he said basically he's a time traveler. You ever hear that? The director or the writer of The Simpsons say he was a time traveler, so the creator. Anyway, but yeah, these motherfuckers, these hornets, like how and why? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like why is a hornet from over there here? Like nobody's supposed to be traveling. You feel what I'm saying?
But here's did you see where they said I believe they was first sighted at?
You were in like Ohio or something?
Washington State.
Word.
Now.
Where they basically said where they brought the people in from China.
Where they basically said the first cases of coronavirus was in Washington State.
Yeah.
Because see, what I heard about COVID-19, which you know what the 19 stands for, correct?
Huh?
Do you know what the 19 stands for COVID-19?
The version of COVID in 2019.
Right. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a lot of people don't know that. They're saying that the first case that they believe was in Washington State was like a little 9-year-old boy who died from the same type of symptoms, but they couldn't explain what he had.
Yeah.
He lived in Washington State.
Okay.
But now they're talking about murder hornets in Washington State. What is it about Washington State?
I don't know. I used to live there when I was little.
I know you did.
Yeah.
And you're a vegan today. So you understand what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. All I know is with these motherfucking hornets, man. Them niggas, they kill what, like 50 people a year in China? China, I don't know what the fuck China's trying to do, man. What are they trying to do? What's going on in China?
Did they mail a nest over here?
I don't know. I think China's really trying to destroy America, like on the low, like on some shit. And what's up? Hey, real quick, before we jump more into the hornet. What's up with Trump with the COVID in the lab thing? Now, you got those doctors on his camp basically saying, like, that's not where it came from. But could he be telling the truth? Could he have valuable information that started in the lab? Huh?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, Trump basically said that COVID-19 was starting in the lab in China and it got out by mistake.
He also,
he said he has proof.
Well, I believe stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the president of the United States saying this, and they basically like they're trying to write him off like he's stupid, like he's believing all the conspiracy theories that's on the internet. The president ain't gonna say he got proof of some shit if you don't have proof of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, they just basically like, nah, just write that motherfucker off because everybody think he's stupid anyway. He probably trying to get the truth and nobody want to hear it. Now, granted, this dude ain't the smartest. He ain't the best president in the world, but I think he's trying to tell the truth. Because you got something that's developed in a lab what it is people don't want you to realize when they create things in a lab, what they do it to target certain individuals. Like, how's COVID killing mostly black people on the planet? You feel what I'm saying?
Because them niggas ain't listening.
True. And they
niggas
knew that.
Ain't listening, bro.
They knew that though.
Yeah, exactly. They knew they was gonna be rebellious.
But they're not. It's not just them. See, we only see what we see. You know what I'm saying? We see like black people, and yeah, they wasn't. But so it wasn't white. So it was Spanish. So it wasn't whoever. But how do what they said? Like 40% of the COVID deaths. How is that black people? How is that?
I don't believe them numbers.
Yeah, you don't have to believe the numbers, and you're absolutely right. The numbers can be flawed, but I'm just saying, if that's the case, pardon me, say if the numbers are right. Ain't no COVID, baby. Nah. Say if the numbers are right, all right? Mm-hmm. And it's just targeting black people, like, and it was developed in the lab. But why are we just those people that you get rid of? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was in a book. We all know the book. We all know what book it was in.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because one, you know, I'm gonna say this, I don't want to turn this into a whole, you know, it meant fucking so pro-black, but you know what I'm saying? It's more or less like, you know, the natural people of this earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wear suntan lotion or nothing like that. Sun doesn't fuck with me like that. You know what I'm saying? It is.
It's got me a couple times.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there are black people with skin cancer and this and that, and like, but you know what I'm saying? Just the natural, you know, specimen of this earth is going to remain. You know what I'm saying? But the strength because they're naturally of the earth, just like the Aryans were naturally of whatever planet they was from. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And they were the strongest race on that planet because they were the natural derivatives of that planet. You know what I'm saying? Just we're African American. Well, we're African American, but our roots go back to Africa. The Native American, their roots stay here in America. And the Dainos, I think the Puerto Ricans call them, and the Mexicans and stuff like that. The Dainos, they're like the Native Indians of South America. Like that's where pyramids and all that stuff is. That's where the natural race or the natural breed of the planet is super strong. You know what I'm saying? And if you give them intelligence, if you give them enough intelligence to match the person who has all the secrets or match the people who have all the secrets, it'll be a problem. It'll be another issue. They'll have to get rid of all the humans on this planet like they did at one point in time. That's why the pyramids sit in the middle of a wasteland. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some of these pyramids are underwater, flooded, and all the pyramids are all, you know, nobody lives there.
So, you know, I want to ask you this then.
What's up?
Is that why COVID-19 started?
I think it's population control. Yep.
We all know, listen, it's definitely population control. But again, I want to pray for the families who lost it. I know people who've passed from it recently. I know family members who beat it recently, you know, and you know, it's just basically I want people to understand that outside of this, before we wrap this subject up of COVID-19, the sickness itself, this may be the new world in the way we know it.
Yeah, the new normal, as they keep saying.
Yeah, the new normal, as they keep saying. You know, I'm not saying we got to wear masks forever and all this shit, but this may be the new normal. So take this time out to get educated on things, because time don't wait, hustle don't stop. You know, exactly. I'm missing a lot of bread right now, not being able to go DJ live. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
It is what it is. Just try to find the goodness in it. It's
Exactly.
not easy to do, but just try to find the goodness in it. You know?
Exactly. And people are being more creative, which is a part of the goodness in it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man, like I was saying though, I want to know if you've seen this new movie, man. It's on Netflix. It's called All Day and a Night.
Yeah, I seen it. It's dope.
Yeah. Pretty good movie. I like the pretty good movie. I can't remember my man's name. He'll always be the RZA to me.
I don't know. Yeah, I call him RZA too, man. I mean, like I liked him in movies before I saw him on the Woo show and shit, man.
What movie was that again? He was in. What's it called?
He was in Moonlight movie.
Moonlight. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Moonlight was like, I think they still might look at that as his biggest movie of his career. Like it had.
Yeah. He was in Moonlight, and he was in what's the movie with Denzel, and he's like the ex fucking Navy SEAL or some shit like that.
You know what? I never watched them. You talking about The Equalizers?
The Equalizer. He was in part 2.
Yeah, I never watched 1 or 2. I never watched them.
Yeah, they dope.
I like this movie because I like how the storyline of it wraps all around without telling too much.
Yeah.
Some people may not have watched it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this is like, I just think in my opinion, you know how like defining movies of the hip hop culture at times.
Yeah.
This might be like one of the first ones in a while.
Yeah, like a Juice. It gave me that Juice feel and all them types of shit. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
like exactly. Like Juice is a hip hop culture movie. You know, we've always had the dance ones, like of course Wild Style, Beat Street, Breakin'. Hell, even House Party was a dance movie of hip hop culture.
Yeah, but you had those feels like Poetic Justice was a hip hop movie, and you know what I'm saying? Just because you got rappers in it.
Yeah.
But this one, it didn't really have rappers in it, but it was based off of like some hip hop shit was in it.
Like a hip hop culture of it. Like even if people don't want to look at it as hip hop, they want to call it rap. It's just a movie of this type. You know what I mean? Because you did have movies like Brown Sugar was a real hip hop love story in a sense.
Yeah, you know exactly. But no, the reason I would say like what you're saying is correct on this one, because it was more or less like somebody who wanted the music life and stuff like that. Right. And it kind of turned out the way that it usually turns out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It wasn't a happy ending.
Yeah, exactly.
No happy ending in this. So it's like every story doesn't end with a happy ending. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they did well with preparing you for the ending. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
It wasn't like you was like, oh man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Because at the end when it went off, I ain't gonna lie, first I was like, man, that shit went off ass. Right?
Yeah.
Then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, that shit went off real.
Yeah, it did. Exactly.
I had to get like, you're looking for that happy ending. You know what I mean? But it just never comes. And then you understand his reasoning. He never spoke on it.
Yeah.
You just see it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They put it there. And then you like, oh, okay, I get it. Like that would be something that would affect him. You know what I'm saying? Like directly.
Even with his character throughout the movie, it also, without telling too much, it also explains why he never wanted to touch that in no aspect.
Exactly.
He ain't mind fucking you up. He just ain't want to touch that side of
it. Exactly. And then when he even seen that situation, like early in the movie, he stayed away from it. Even when his man was like, "What's going on?" He was just like, "Nah." He was like, "You mind your business." You know what I'm saying? Like, So it made a lot of sense, man. It made a lot of sense. You know, when it first come on, you just like, damn. And then as you watching the movie, you like, really? That's really why he did what he did? Like, you know what I mean? Because a nigga, you know what I mean? Like, told him to or whatever, but then you like, oh, okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But truth of the matter, man, you know, we was talking before, you know, we talk on a daily basis, but for people to understand, this quarantine has been bringing out people's creative side. I've seen an article the other day, and I didn't really get into it, but I know it's pretty dope. It said quarantine woke up the creativity and Black thought and Questlove.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, but them together, like working together. So I don't know what they've been working on.
Yeah.
But you best to believe there's some shit coming.
Yeah, she gonna be dope because Black Thought is like one of the illest MCs on earth.
And Questlove is one of the most creative people in the world.
Yeah, DJ drummer. Is he a DJ too? I think he's a DJ.
Yeah, he can DJ too. Yeah,
but he's like a drummer. Remember back in the day when I was young, sneaking in the strip clubs, the chick I was messing with out the strip club, she knew them heavy, man.
Yeah,
she knew them heavy, man.
Now I don't think he labels himself, even though you say he like a drummer. I think people just start to see him more as a drummer because they went to the band. But he's a straight musician. Like work the fuck out of them turntables.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like a lot of everything. Like Philly is very heavy with like art. You know what I'm saying? Like not just music. Like I know Philly is considered the music capital of is it the jazz or one of the music capital of the world or whatever?
I think it may be a jazz. I can't think of directly.
Because I thought Harlem was basically the basis of jazz. It's something in Philly that they said.
Philly it goes back to a conversation that me and you was having off air that some people may not agree with me, but with us being born and raised in Trenton, New Jersey, we have to create a sound. We have to have our own sound. See what I'm saying? You got rappers that sound like, not everybody, and I don't need to name nothing, but you got rappers that sound like they're from Philly, and you got rappers who sound like they're from New York. Now, you'll be a fool not to do business in both of these cities, but that doesn't mean you have to sound like them. Like when you go back in the day, and since we're on hip hop, you know, Redman never raps like a New York artist to me. He raps like a North Jersey, Brick City type of person.
Yeah.
Anybody who spent time in those areas, you see it. That's why even when you think about a Joe Budden, you knew he wasn't from New York when he rapped, but he still can rap with them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it was an era when New Jersey had his own sound, man. It was a lot of North niggas and them, or you know what I'm saying, all them.
That's what I'm saying though. That's what the Trenton needs is there. Yeah,
exactly. But you know, you had them niggas wasn't like you could tell from their music that these niggas would fuck you up. But it was more or less like them niggas was high. They was just rapping about how good they was rapping and shit like that. Like Chief Rocker, Lords of Underground,
right?
Daz Effects, you know, one of them was from Brooklyn, one was from Jersey, but the one from Jersey, it just always seemed like he was the happier one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Of course, you had Joe Budden, but Redman was like stomping in Tretch. You know what I'm saying?
But do you know that Redman honestly started as a DJ first?
Yeah, yep.
He was Daz Effects' DJ.
Yeah, he was Daz Effects' DJ, and then who was it?
Solo as well.
Yeah, who? Eric Sermon? Yeah. See, but I've been listening to K Solo a little bit. Like, you know, one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time is "Your Mom's in My Business." Not even Spellbound. I wasn't even the biggest Spellbound, but "Your Mom's in My Business." That was one of my songs. I had to find it when I first got Apple Music. It wasn't on it. Well, you know, listen now, it's on there. A lot of that music is on there. But K Solo was dope, man. But he got locked up in his career. He got fucked up or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it switched a lot with it. But now here's the question I wanna do. Like, what I could honestly say that I'm enjoying the most of creativity with music. Of course, with me being one, it's the different DJ sets and the DJs that's rocking and doing a lot of things. But what are you being really moved by in any culture, whether it's a hip hop culture, you know, just creative way?
I don't know. I think lately I'm just being moved by like the thought of business with artistry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know, that's one of the things that's always moved me. But but it's one of the things that's always moved me because those people who know how to move business wise with, you know, art and stuff like that, they usually successful. You know what I'm saying? I just right now it's just that, like, you know, trying to be a little bit more structured when it comes to business in my
Right.
life. Actually, you know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, what people don't realize, when artistic mindsets, your mind pours a lot into that, like creating and seeing things from different, you know, angles and aspects, and you lose certain parts of structure, which is like schedule and, you know, getting your affairs in orders and you know, like schedule books. Like, we just pour all our artistry into our art, and we'll let time take us over. You know what I'm saying? That's just another part of the business aspect of it. It's like, you know, looking at your finances, looking at your schedule, and, you know, am I able to fit this here and do this, and like what am I going to do as far as like when I put my music out, who I'm going to talk to, when am I going to put time aside for that, to email people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting inspired more by that. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Me too as well, because I literally was just, I know it's no real formula, but I just been trying to find out. So sometimes you research things and you got to find a common denominator, because we know how important numbers and mathematics is into everyday life. You know what I mean? Whether you know 7 or not, you get what I'm saying? You just know it's important. So I've been trying to research a lot on people getting placements, beat placements.
Yeah.
And information is golden. I'm just trying to find out what everybody has in common.
Yeah.
Because you could get in the game doing anything. We still know that business is not what you know, is who you know.
Yeah.
But somebody got to become the first person that you know.
Exactly.
Like we could become those ones that you know to get you placements.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
Because
saying?
you're right. It is some type of algorithm behind it.
Exactly.
There is. It has to be. You know what I'm saying? Like what do these people know? Like, if you can go on YouTube, and what I started to learn, like, as far as placement, and that's one thing I need to pay more attention to, like when these producers talking about placement, because they all say the same thing, but I don't always be listening. When it comes down to placement, you be wanting your shit out there. Like, how the fuck they get it out there? I want to get mine out there. You know what I'm saying? But they go through a process. You just have to, like we say all the time, you just got to embrace the process. You got to know what it is and do it. You know what I mean? You can't just, because sometimes I get frustrated listening to the motherfuckers talking. I'm like, skip this shit, man. Like, this ain't it. This ain't it.
But that's what it is sometimes. You know, we want the rush, we want the direct answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I can honestly say, you know, everybody know that I'm in school and taking classes. I'm in a business communication class right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in a public speaking class right now. And the public speaking class is what's been challenging me the most. Not saying the business communication class hasn't. I think what helps me a lot with that is the fact that I've been speaking business communication a lot because of my, you know, roles that we have in our regular everyday jobs.
Yeah.
So we have to write letters and memos and shit like that sometimes, so we get it. But the public speaking is actually taking me to speaking publicly, putting in speeches and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamics, the steps, the structure of putting together a speech, I'm constantly learning more and more on a daily basis. And I'm happy to say that I'm killing it, because I'll read it and then I got to just click at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My final speech is going to end. I got to end my class with a speech on self-discipline.
Okay.
They gave you mad topics to pick. And I think I'm the only one who picked self-discipline in the whole class. A couple people put hope, some people success, the will to win, but nobody picked self-discipline but me. And everybody who looked at my because you got to do speeches throughout the course, they was like, yo, I wanted to do this one, but it seems so hard. But the way you talking, you making it seem easy.
Yeah.
And it's just something that's passionate on me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when stuff is when you really passionate about stuff, or you really you feel like you're born to do certain things. I say all this to say, you got to sit there and watch those hours sometimes worth of stuff you don't want to see, because it might be one line. One line. That's it. That's it. That's what I'm missing to do. You know what I mean? But we gonna get there. We definitely gonna get to these placements and things like that, man. Because we is who we is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna work, baby. It's gonna work. You know? But got a question.
Yeah.
You think Drake's song is called Slide?
Tootsie Slide?
Huh?
Tootsie Slide?
Tootsie Slide?
Tootsie Slide, like the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Like everybody dancing to it. I know it's his hit right now, but you don't think it's controversial?
Why would you think it was controversial?
If you listen to the lyrics, it's a song about murder. If you listen to what he's talking about, and
I don't get that.
Yeah, he's using Chicago slang. Like, you know, Chicago slang is out there. Like, that's been for the last couple of years. Chicago slang has been the slang that people use. You know, when somebody's sliding, that means that they, you know, pulling up to kill somebody. That's why he's talking about he's moving like Michael Jackson without, you know, he's got a glove, but it's not a white glitter glove and stuff like that. Like, that's what the whole metaphor of the song is.
Never knew that. I just found out that he was talking about the moonwalk too, but you just really broke it down. See, I knew it had to be more than the moonwalk.
Yeah,
he's relate. So it's like a play on words.
It's a play on words, but it's a song about straight murder. Like, if you talk shit, basically, because I'm sliding. Like, we slide. Like, and that's, if you hear them Chicago dudes talk, especially when they interview, they always say that. Like, yeah, I'm slide. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, they've been saying that for years. Like, their slang is just out there. Like, when they talk about ops, slide, like that's they shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And the world just, ever since like Chief Keef and them, like the world just gravitated to it. Like, they pull their words. You know what I'm saying? Like Thought, that came from Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna say it's controversial. I mean,
yeah, I know a lot of people do it, but I mean, like, it's just
been,
real. Like,
this is where hip hop has been.
Yeah.
I just think that people may feel it's controversial because it's him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
No,
like, he put it out there artistically. He did. Yeah. Like, anybody be like, yo, he talking about dancing. He came up with a dance. You got people doing these videos doing the dance, but he straight up and down talking about like sliding on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just what it is if you break it down. So I mean, and Drake hangs out with a lot of Chicago dudes. Like, and don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. Drake's life, no matter where he came from, no matter where he, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of things you hear from people in the industry, like, they be like, Drake's real and stuff like that. I don't know Drake, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can't always judge a book by their cover. And you know what I'm saying? And just because somebody came from somewhere or came from some type of place, it's who they're actually how they're living. Their actions is who determines that they are.
But he spent time in 2 different places too.
Yeah, between what, Tennessee, Memphis, and
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah, I mean,
so you can't say. I know people personally that, you know, he was West Trenton, did it in another place. You be like, damn, why he going out West Trenton?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because that's where he used to feel comfortable at, and that's what he wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the answer to your question, nah, I don't think it's controversial because I just think it's people speaking on how they feel. Hip hop, I never feel like hip hop is controversial. Maybe because we of the culture, and I'm not saying they don't talk no hard shit, but
yeah,
that's what these people want to talk about, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just what they want to talk about, and it makes sense now though because his new album, it's called Dark Demo Tapes or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what he's talking about, it fits his album.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? I didn't really dissect the song like that. You know what I mean?
It stuck with me when I first heard it. I was like, because somebody was basically breaking it down to me, saying like, he talking about a dance, like they saying he taking Michael Jackson stuff, but he's just talking about a dance, he's creating a new dance. Then I heard the song and I listened to it. Like, nah, he got a dance, and that's the whole, like, it's a whole world behind that song, which makes it popular and makes it where it's going. But I was like, nah, he's actually talking about like shooting somebody, like rolling up on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when the person heard it, it was like, damn, I ain't ever noticed, but he is.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just like back when Common I used to love her. You know what I mean?
About talking about hip hop.
He was talking about hip hop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even when he did the song with Erykah Badu, that was like a continuation to the song. But it made it stronger more because they're like, oh, they talking about each other. I'm like, yeah, they dated. It made sense for them to make the song, but it also was the single for the movie because that's the same thing that they did in the movie.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Yeah, I understand. I never really. I'm gonna tell you this. I listen to Drake music and I like him as an artist, but you know what? I never really sit and listen to a lot of his lyrics because I know that his music is going to play.
Yeah.
So I hear what I gotta hear from him, so I can know what to play, where I gotta play it. I might know the parts that they cut, and I might subliminally know the lyrics. You know what I mean? But I don't really sit and dissect. It's not a lot of hip hop artists nowadays that I do that. I think the last album that I did that on was Championships, because when Meek first got out of jail, usually when they first get out of jail, they got something to talk about.
Yeah, I got something to say.
Yeah, because they ain't got no distractions. So when he got out, some lyrics was hitting home. But Kiss album.
Yeah, I still gotta listen to Kiss album. I haven't listened to Kiss album, man.
I think what changed it with us though with hip hop, besides the fact that we got older and we had more responsibility in life, is the anticipation of a lot of shit has changed. You know what I mean? Like, you just wake up now, you look at your phone, it's there. The anticipation of I gotta run to the store.
Shit. Yeah, and then be the first one blasting down the street.
Exactly. You walking out the store like trying to get that plastic started.
Yeah, trying to get it off.
Throw the CD in and like, you like, I hope the first song they ask because I don't want to ride through the recording and shit. But I gotta see what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as, it's hip hop is still there. It's not dead. It's some good music out there. And
I think a lot of music is good, even with, like I said, with Drake. Like, it ain't. Like, I have nothing against Drake. I think Drake is one hell of an artist. You know what I'm saying? Even this music that comes out, I think Drake is one hell of an artist. It's just, I believe, like, even with the whole Chicago, like, them niggas, they really kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you repping their music, you repping their slang, and like, is it more or less like motivation for them to do what they do because they like Drake on our shit? You know what I'm saying? Or is it more or less like, you know what I'm saying, people won't realize what they're doing is just entertainment, and they gonna stop killing each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. The controversy comes from.
But before we end this, I just gotta tap on this real quick. have you been keeping up with the Versus? Do you follow the Versus TV page on Instagram?
Nah.
Okay, that's Versus is Swiss Beats and Timbaland. They're the ones who've been creating these producer battles and artist battles and all that type of shit.
Okay.
They're the ones who've been putting it together. My favorite one thus far.
Primo and the RZA?
Nah, it was honestly Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Babyface Teddy Riley?
Yeah, it was honestly that. Primo and the RZA was second. Swiss Beats and Timbaland. When they first did it, Neo and John to Austin, that was pretty dope.
Gosh, all the songs that they wrote.
Yeah. That was some hits. That was some bangers. Like I ain't even know that.
They wrote a lot of the shit that they wrote.
Yeah, and then you got T-Pain and Little John. Their energy was so high.
Yeah.
And I think Hit Boy did somebody, but I don't know. But did you hear the next one that's coming up?
What?
Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
She gonna be dope. That shit gonna be dope. That shit gonna be real dope.
It's this Saturday. I'll be all into it.
I want to hear the Hit Boy one, man.
Yeah, I forgot who he went against.
Yeah, because he got shit out there that you be like, yo, that's because he's so dynamic. I like his style. Like, you won't be like, that's Hit Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like his music just is so dynamic that.
He went against Hit Boy. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Hit Boy versus Boy Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy Wonder though too. You know who made him who he is? Fucking Drake. We was just talking about with that baby. You might act that. You are like that one.
Yeah. But this has been hip hop since 1987. You know what I mean? Virtual version. You know what I mean?
Virtual.
Untitled Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential. Make sure y'all stay tuned to everything we do, man. Follow me, man, on Instagram, DJ_E_MR_ENFLUENTIAL.
Word.
Right? And on Facebook, it's just Eric Rainey, ERICRAINEY. You know what I mean? Or follow DJ E, Mr. Influential on Facebook. Do you let them know where they can find you at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard what I said. It's the boy with the dreads, the old dude with the dreads. Anyway, you can hit me at Decal, DKELMUZIK, Decal Music on all social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook, follow my page. Twitter, follow me. I'll follow you back. TikTok, all that. Snapchat, Decal Music, DKELMUZIK. Signing off. The Untitled Show. Hip hop since 1987.
It's the Untitled Podcast, nigga.
Untitled Podcast.